And we're live.
All right, welcome back. I shouldn't say welcome back, but welcome to the first podcast of season 12, week 3. I've been dying, to be honest with you. I've been dying for week 3 to start. The first couple weeks always feel like I don't know, just like a feel out process, playoff picture. It's like I just do it just to kind of, I don't know, just kind of keep the season, I don't know, exciting and interesting. But the playoff picture really doesn't take hold until now, week 3. Um, and there's a lot of teams that, well, we could start with the NFC. Um, there's probably, there's 16 teams. I'd say 10 of them probably have a chance at making the playoffs, which is absolutely crazy if you think about it. Um, Looking at the Saints, the Lions, the Redskins, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11. I'll say Dallas. There's 12 teams that can make the playoffs. 12 teams. That's
Yep.
insane. Like the conference has never been like this before, where it's it's stacked so much on one area. Where in the AFC you only have, like, I mean, to be honest with you, in the AFC it's just pretty much Lay and Fitty. It's those two, in my opinion. I think it's those two run the show. I'm sorry, I'm just looking. I'm trying to post this and I'm talking at the same time. So if it sounds like I'm just kind of, if it kind of sounds like I'm rambling and I don't know what I'm talking about, that's the reason why. Um, Let me post this right here. So yeah, has it been a wild and crazy season? I don't know. I think with the standings and the how things are shaping out, yeah. But I think it's almost like, and this is how every first season is in the traditional league. It's a feel out process. You're kind of tiptoeing around. You're figuring out new plays, and now we can see guys who are starting to separate themselves, who are pretty much the better players. You see Jake starting to come of age, Clemson, Big Daddy. I don't know, JT, you got anything you want to say right there or what?
There was a mild controversy in the chat just now. Did you see
No,
that?
what? Where?
Clemson is calling Jake out on being one play Jake. He called him one play Jake.
Oh, he is for sure one play Jake. Actually, he's probably like 4 play Jake. Do you agree or disagree with that?
Um,
I don't think he's one play. He's definitely not one play.
no, I'm exaggerating. He said he called three. He said he called a play 3 times at the end of the half.
He likes to run play action crosses. He likes to run.
I
I
will
actually,
say on defense, he does call. I think he pretty much just runs 3-4, cover 3. He'll make some adjustments to it. He By the way, they pretty much added Jake's defense in the game this year. There's a play that's cover 3 and one guy is manned up on the slot. I don't know if you've seen that
really,
play. Yeah,
I haven't. Nah.
that's uh, that's basically Jake's defense right there. But anyway, yeah, Jake's you can play Jake, and one of those guys that you pick your offensive play, and then it just goes right to the field because you don't have to wait for the defense to pick their play. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's already got his he's already got his play picked before he even
I
saw
know.
whether you were in one wide receiver or 5 wide receivers or whatever.
I know. Exactly right. And there's a lot of people where I'm like, is he using suggestions, or is he just?
No, he's just using the
I,
same set, so he's already got his play picked.
and talking about that, that's been a common, and this goes with the franchise and the traditional league. The goal of this league, and JT, you'll chime on it more because JT is more of he is he's in my ear about this a lot, and I appreciate that he is, because if he wasn't, then I'd probably let things slide a little bit more. But the goal of this league is to not run the same play over and over and over again. It's not to run glitch plays. It's not to run money plays. I mean, my definition of a money play is a glitch play. I think those two, in my opinion, I think those are the same thing. A play that works, like dagger, that's a great play. That's the JT staple. I don't think that's a money play. I think that if you read the play right, it's a good play.
No, I think
Um,
there's plays that work for basically for football related reasons, and there's plays that work because the game is broken.
Ex-
Uh,
exactly.
Most of the people, probably half the people in this league, don't they don't know the adjustments to run against the broken plays because they don't play mutt or lobby or whatever, or they don't have time to be on YouTube because they got lives basically.
Mhm.
So we're trying to make it friendly enough where you can play a game with just football concepts essentially and have a chance.
So, in saying that, that's why I was giving Lay a hard time because Lay free play Lay. I mean, that's a great nickname. Free play
that's
Lay.
your that's your favorite nickname that you've ever given.
It is free play Lay. I was giving Jay Miles a little bit of a hard time, but I was more just like I think I was just having a rough day, and he just caught the brunt of it. Because I think that he mixes it up, but he still runs the play action off slide, the mesh shot, um, what's that, halfback wheel, but he doesn't run them every single play. He mixes it up at least a little bit. I'm not going to put him in the category as Lay. And then the Broncos guy in the franchise who ran a money play against you. You've gotten money played twice in the franchise.
Yeah, that's all right.
Uh,
We got
yeah, I know
to.
it is.
It's a
But
learning process. Got to give people a
and if it's
chance
going
to
to happen
acclimate.
against anybody, yeah, I'd rather it happen against you because you would see it right away. And there was some talk about Big Daddy running the same play. I didn't have a huge problem with what Big Daddy was doing against Hirsch because it was at the end of the game. Did I have a problem with it? He ran it for. I don't know because I don't think Big Daddy does that. I don't think he runs the same plays over and over again.
There are I mean,
Is he a no?
there are going to be leagues that you'll see plenty of leagues with like insanely detailed rules about you can run this
Uh,
type of play 3 times, you can do this 5 times, you got to do this 20% of the time. I mean, it's hard enough to get these guys to remember the fourth down rule. I mean, we got like we have 2 rules. It's basically 2 rules, and I mean, it's hard enough to get people to remember the details of those, much less add
yeah.
specifics about how many times you can run one play. But I mean, as a common sense thing, I would think that like if you're running a play, an exact pass play 5 times in a game, that's probably like getting to the limit of where you should be mixing it up. I would think.
Yeah, and then we don't want to be that league that makes up stupid rules where it's like we've gone over this before. But what I'm trying to say about this whole thing, what the reason why I brought it up is this is just me telling everybody that the purpose of this league is to have a sim atmosphere, a realistic football game, with a fourth down rule where you got to punt in certain areas. It's a video game. Just don't be a douchebag. Don't take advantage of certain things that the game has flaws in, it's broken, as JT said, stuff like that. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's get back to COFL traditional league. We're going to start with the traditional league and we'll end with the franchise. So we're going to talk all things COFL. The COFL is in full throttle. I got everything situated over here, so I'm ready to talk. So JT is right now, he's got the screen up on the NFC. We're going to go team by team. I don't know how long we're going to spend, but if you guys got questions, um, you can ask them on the group meets chat, or you can just type it in on the YouTube video. The first question we have is Owen, and Owen asks, Big Daddy cheese in my game? No, I don't think he did. But
do you
man, he
have
missed
the
that field goal.
Do you have the YouTube up? I don't have it up. If someone comments in there.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it up. Some kid, Spider Treks OG, says, I don't have a life. I look up all the money plays. So he's probably just some random kid. But, since Owen, we're not going to go, we may not go in order of NFC, but Owen chimed in. How about Owen? Yeah, Owen's playing some good football. He's 7-3. Um, he's tier 3, but he's played. Let me take a look at his schedule. But I'm impressed with Owen. Honestly, he should have beat Big Daddy. I don't know, JT, did you catch that game at all or no?
I actually watched a little. I didn't watch it live, but I actually looked at a little bit of it last night.
He had it.
It was a good game, but man, Owen is like so close to being like an elite player, but he'll make like
Mhm.
5 or 6 really stupid, really stupid plays, and then that's it. I mean, his user is already probably in the top 5 or 6 in the league. He's like
Mhm.
obviously super good with the stick because he can like his. You can just tell. You can watch his user for a few plays and you can tell how good he is right away.
Yeah. No, 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 for sure. I even noticed that last year, but it was more he was very reckless with his offense. Very reckless. And even on defense, remember he would miss hit stick all the time?
Oh yeah, well, everybody does that. I feel like.
Yeah, but he was like obnoxious about it, where it was noticeable.
I think he.
It
I
was, it
think he's gotten
was
better about that, but he has some overly aggressive defensive play calls that get him in trouble sometimes against the better players. And then he's got some
yeah, but
he's got some crazy passes sometimes too.
yeah, I know he does, but Sneak completes him whatever. He's like he's not Jake, he's almost Jake, but man, just we talked on it before, but I was distracted because I had a screaming baby on the monitor, and then the computers weren't working the way they were supposed to. But you know, the NFC, I said it before, you have 10 teams. Or no, I'm sorry, you have 12 teams. I think I said 12 that can make the playoffs, that have a shot at the playoff. And JT, you're at the bottom of that. That's insane. And you'll work your way up. You're going to go 11-5, um, and that should get you in the playoffs. If that doesn't get you in the playoffs, then I am going to apologize for what I did to you with the scheduling. But
I mean, I'll take the
you should.
apology right now. We don't have to wait till the end of
I'm
the
not going to
season.
apologize. No, I'm definitely not going to apologize. My goal. You want to know what my goal is? Do you want to know what my goal is?
What is your goal?
My goal is to not have Jake or JT win a COFL Bowl this season. That's why I made these schedules like this. I can't have you guys winning a COFL Bowl the whole entire year. Do you understand that? Like, you have to understand where I'm coming from.
I
And I
think
understand where you're coming from. I
I
know. Hold on,
think
hold on, hold on. I know where you're coming from. Where you want, like the tier 3. You don't want like a tier 4 team who had like ZZ. Okay, we'll use ZZ as an example. And I agree. And I will touch up those tier 4 schedules where they will play a tier 3 or a tier 2 team, but they won't play a tier 1 team. And tier 1 schedules will probably stay the same, but the tier 4 schedules will be a little bit tougher. So it will even out. I just think the tier 1 games are, dude, every game you play, I almost go out of my way to watch because every single game's an awesome matchup. So that's all I'm saying. Now you can go. Sorry.
well, I could do an hour podcast just on this issue. We can't get too far into it. I
I
will
know. No,
say
we can.
though,
We got on.
I will say if you're trying to keep Jake from winning the CFL Bowl, I think it might backfire on you because what you're going to end up with is Jake's going to be in the playoffs with a bunch of tier 3 and 4 teams, and then he's going to have the easiest path that he's probably ever had to get to the CFL Bowl.
Well, nothing else has worked.
All right, watch this play here.
Well, you know what? All right, go ahead.
I'm not sure. All right, 3rd and 2. Watch his line. His line glitches out. Sometimes the line does this year. See how they're like on top of each other? Over here on the left.
Go back and do it again.
So when he first comes to the line, they line up normally, and then he tries to shift them, and only some of them shift, and you see how they glitch out there?
Yeah.
2 guys are right on top of each other. Well, apparently one of these guys went off sides because of this glitch. Now he hikes it. Now look at this lurk that Owen has. Pick 6.
Wow. I missed that. I caught the end of that. I caught the fourth quarter of this game when I was at work. I
But
caught it when it was 10-3, and then fucking Big Daddy ran his play action. What was the play? What's the play called? Play action shot?
yeah,
I
that
think that's
sounds
the
right.
play.
I think that's a play that he runs.
He ran, and I knew it was coming, and Owen was there, but he went to the flat when he's supposed to have the I wouldn't say deep third, but that side of the field, that third of the field, that his zone. He left his zone, is what I'm trying to say. God, I love watching film. Yeah, this game was, and there was a number I wanted to do. I forgot to do it today. I got busy, but I would honestly say if I went through each game and I check the scores, I would say 70% of the games played have been decided within a touchdown. I can almost guarantee that number. Almost guarantee it. It might even be a little bit higher. Nice pick. That's a terrible throw. And he's using Arizona too. That's the thing. You know?
There
I
was
think a lot of teams are
PA
yeah,
post
play
shot.
action. Yeah, go back and run that again. I want to see. He just basically used it. I mean, let's see here.
It's I mean, if that's not Patrick Peterson, he probably can complete that underneath, but he just flies on it.
That's a tough play to defend, dude.
The deep crossing routes this year get open very easily
Mm-hmm.
against some of those outside intermediate zones. I think they need to patch that up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if they will. Hopefully they will. But yeah, the deep posts are definitely a big play. And I do like it. I do like it. Because last year, geez, I was petrified the pass. You couldn't throw a 5-yard out without it being a pick six.
Yeah, the
Like, it was
zones are. Yeah, I
ridiculous.
think the zones are really good overall this year. I just think there's a couple
Yeah.
areas they need to tweak them a little bit.
Yeah, there's just a couple of things. Exactly. There's a couple of things they need to tweak. So, I mean, don't be surprised if you see these two guys in the playoffs here, Owen, or playing against each other, Owen and Big Daddy. It could even be a first-round game. But looking at Owen's schedule, he really hasn't beaten anybody. I'm sorry, Owen, but you haven't beaten anyone. Well, I mean, he beat Bowman. Bowman's tough. Bowman went to the COFL Bowl. Hirsch went to the COFL Bowl. So he beat those two. I shouldn't say that. But he had his chance to beat a Tier 1 player in Big Daddy, and he didn't do it. He's got Ratchet's not Tier 1. He lost the Lions, which was a good game.
Ratchet is Tier 1.
He is Tier 1. He filled in for a Tier 1 guy. I think I still might have put him in Tier 1, though. Yeah, let's say if he started the season as Carolina, I bet you probably would have been Tier 1.
I think so. Yeah, I think he went 14-2 with the Colts or something like that.
Oh, that's right. You're right. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. Here comes that. Here it is. PA shot.
You see how these guys are not getting any depth, and this area here is just wide open all the way across, and that's even against cover 3. I mean, look how open that is.
I mean, that's ridiculous. So pretty much, in my opinion, I think that's a glitch play. It's not intentional.
I wouldn't go quite that far, but I mean, it's definitely the games definitely need some help with these areas right here.
Okay, but here's the deal. He could run that play all day long.
No, I think there's some stuff you could do to stop it. Reasonable stuff.
Enlighten us, like what?
Cover 4 and man coverage is going to do a lot better job against those areas. But yeah, cover 2 and cover 3 definitely struggle with that route.
Do you know how happy I am that cover 2 man actually works?
Yeah, man coverage definitely good this year. Definitely better than what it was last year.
Last year was brutal. I couldn't run it. Nice pick. That wasn't user, but still nice pick. Okay, keep playing this. I'm gonna go over some standings. You got Lions at 8-1 is the Saints. Big Daddy is the 2 seed, 7-1. ZZ the Redskins 7-2. You got Bowman 5-2. Cardinals 7-3, and you got Clemson who falls to 7-3. Well, actually, Jake is the 6th seed now at 7-3. JMCC is kind of the wild card. You don't know what JMCC you're gonna get. He's a very bipolar player. He can be on his game and unstoppable. I mean, he has the Vikings. How is this guy not dominating? He's got a Tier 2 schedule, so he's got at least a couple of games where, I don't know. Then you got JT at 4-3. How are you feeling about this 4-3, JT? I want to see what's going on in your brain.
that goes back into the scheduling discussion.
Okay, well, disregard that. Is it the Packers? Like, are you comfortable with them? Because I don't think they're your type of team. I mean,
they're a pretty good team. Their defense isn't. They're Defensive backs aren't as good as what I would like. That's probably the biggest area that I would typically not pick a team like that. But overall, they're a pretty good team.
What about their running game? Ty Montgomery. You have to. It almost like when I've watched you play, it's almost your running game is like you sneak it in. Like you run when they don't think you're going to run. And that's where you get your running yards. Because I'll look and you'll have like 4 carries for 81 yards. I'm like, how the hell do you have that? And it's one huge play. I'm not knocking you at all. I'm just saying this is like what I've taken from your game.
Yeah, I think that this game is night and day from Madden 18 in terms of run versus pass. I mean, you look at the average game of me or Jake last year, we probably averaged 5 to 6 passes a game. This year it's going to be totally different. The better players are going to be passing a lot because passing is easier and running's harder this year. And especially on all Madden, passing is a lot easier than it was last year.
Oh.
So, I mean, you're going to see Jake and I and all the top players throwing it 15, 20 times a game.
That's going to be wild. That's going to be exciting. Well, that's good. Going back to the standings, so then you got Quan. Quan was 5-2 and took a double whammy and dropped to 5-4 now. That hurt. Like he needed, I think, in order for him to make the playoffs, he needed one of those games to beat you or Jake. He needed one of those. So he's 5-4. He's got JMCC. He's got Big Daddy. Now he's done. He's got J Miles, JMCC, Ratchet. He's got Clemson. Now he'll go 10-6. I think 11-5 is going to have to get you in the playoffs because right now I'm looking at 3. There's 5 teams. Jesus. Yeah, I think it's going to be. This is nuts.
I mean, here's the deal. Like with the scheduling, like the NFC does have. I mean, if you looked at this list of coaches right before the season started, I wouldn't say it's overly loaded with guys that are typically great at Madden. I mean, it's got Jake, it's got JMCC, it's got me, and who else?
Big Daddy, Clemson.
Oh, Big Daddy. Yeah.
I'd even throw Clemson's name in the hat.
Some of these guys at the top though are there because of scheduling, right? Lons, ZZ, Owen. Those guys would not typically be considered among the top, 10 to 12 players in the league.
No, they wouldn't be. No, and I think it'll end up Jake. I don't know, man, because I just don't see you not making the playoffs. That's
I don't. I'm not going to make the playoffs because unless Clemson or Owen has some kind of meltdown, and they both have substantially easier schedules.
I think the meltdown you're banking on is Bowman.
Well, yeah, I guess I forgot about him too.
Because he's 5-2 and he's got some games left.
I mean, ZZ could go 11-5 with his eyes closed at this point. If you look at his schedule, Lons is completely golden. Big Daddy is golden. Yeah. So then you get down. Yeah, it's these 3 right here, and Jake at this point is going to make it in. He might be the 5th or 6th seed, but he's going to make it in. So I'd have to count on 2 of these 3 falling apart. I don't see that happening.
Jake is looking pretty scary right now. I'm not going to lie to you.
Now, this is what I'm talking about for Bowman. Or not for Bowman. Owen. He's got pretty good positioning here. He's on about midfield. And look at his pass. Who's their quarterback?
The Jewish kid from UCLA, the rookie? No.
Josh Rosen?
Isn't he? He's their backup. I don't know who he's starting.
Well, anyway,
they drafted him.
Whoever the quarterback is, it's not a guy you want to be throwing on the run a 40-yard pass down by the sideline like this.
Who is that?
Give it back. See, if he just throws that away and then he tries to get a first down the next play, even if he doesn't, he can punt it and put him inside the 5. Instead, he's got the ball at the 40.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even want to go and watch my game last. Did you watch any of my game last night against Coach B?
Yeah, I watched it last night not during the game.
Shit. I don't want to know what you have to say about what I did. It was bad. It was embarrassingly bad. And I don't know what. I really don't know what I was thinking. I really have no idea. But I don't want to talk about it. But
Well, I thought
all right.
that
Well,
probably the dumbest thing you did was not just kick the field goal to take the lead at the 30-yard
yeah,
line.
I know. I know. I thought about it all day. Trust me. I'm fully aware of what I've done. How about Vathan Ghoul, 2-6 with the best team in the game?
Well, maybe if we
I got to
just
throw a
have
little
him
shot at
play,
Vathan
we
Ghoul.
can just have him and Robin play all 16 games. Maybe they can both make the playoffs next season.
Maybe I'll do that. How about Robin? Robin beat ZZ. ZZ. You know what, buddy? I think ZZ ends up being like a 4 or 5 seed, and he'll get bounced early. But we'll see how it is. JT, here's the deal: just win the games that are on your schedule. That's all you got to do. All you got to do is win. All right? Just worry about yourself, one game at a time.
I'm definitely taking
All
it
right,
one
Big
game at a
Daddy.
time. It's not going to be easy though.
Big Daddy 7-1 with his schedule. You're gonna beat Ratchet. All right? You're gonna beat Hirsch. Okay? You're gonna beat Bowman. You're gonna beat Ratchet again. That's 4 wins right there. So right there, you're 8-3. All right. The rest of the games.
Those are some pretty decent teams. Like I'm not that good. No guarantee that I win all 4 of those games by any means.
Well, I'm guaranteeing for you. I know you're a humble man, and I appreciate that about you, but I'm guaranteeing them for you.
I think my prediction for
Uh,
myself was 10-6. I think that's pretty much on track as far as I can tell.
what was your? Oh, was that your prediction before the season?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. Let's go to the AFC. Let's talk some AFC football because the AFC is, in my opinion, I think it's a 2-man race. You got three play lay, and you got Fitty. Oh no, there's Booby. Um, I like Booby. I like it. I think he's got good user skill. He does some things I'm surprised. Like he user stripped me from behind. I did not see that coming. Um, he does some little things. He's doing well with the Browns. I did beat him on Monday Night Football. I think the stage was a little too big for him, um, but I mean, just D-Rob beat Jim 3-0.
Wow.
Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, I didn't know that until this morning. He just lost to Page. So D-Rob, I mean, he's 6-6, but I don't really. Um, I'm better than my 3-5 record, man. All 5 of my losses are less than a touchdown, but I don't. I'm just. I'm still mad about that. But yeah, the AFC, in my opinion, well, we'll say it's a 3-man race. It's Bills, Browns, and Bengals. I talked to Lay. I said, Lay, hey, what do you say? Now I said, Lay, mix it up. Don't run the same plays over and over again. I said, save that for Mutt. JT, you saw the message I sent. He says he understands. So we will see how he changes. And he also said that he's going to get all of his games in. And we'll see,
By the way, funny observation about about you and the history of the COFL. I don't think you've ever, whenever you set a deadline for somebody, I don't think you've ever given them that full time.
Nah,
In 14 years.
You're 100% right.
You'll be like in the draft, you'll be like, all right, this is ridiculous. I'm going to give you till 2:30 to pick this. And if you don't have it by then, we're skipping you. And then about
I'm surprised.
about 2:05, you'll be, all right, this is ridiculous. You're skipped.
I'm surprised nobody noticed that.
And then
like no one's ever said anything about that.
Yeah, I was thinking about that today when I saw you gave Lay the 24-hour notice. I'm like, there's no way he's gonna wait the full 24 hours to say anything. Then sure enough, 12:30 or something.
Yep.
All right, that's it. You're done.
Well, because Golden Tours, who's D-Rob's brother, messaged me. And I was like, you know what? I haven't learned. Lay hasn't said anything in a week. I DM'd him. He hasn't said anything in a couple of days. He's played 4 games in 14 days. He's got to get 12 games in 13 days. That's a it's a tall order. So I was like, screw it. So yeah, but it's all right. I got we got B-Rab. Yeah, we got Golden Tours on reserve, and we have your boy Klondike on reserve. He's ready to get in.
Oh, Jesus.
Kunanen, he's back, JT. He's back. um, and BK, I'm just kidding. How about BK? Fucking, I called him Bake. I called him Bay, and then he just said I disrespected him or something. I don't know. He's got a little bit of issues, just a little bit. I don't know if I want to dive in too much into that because.
What was the issue? I'm confused.
Remember, I on
Yeah,
I think it was
remember.
franchise. I
I
said
remember the
something.
incident, but I did. Did you ever figure out what the issue was?
No, he said he's like I've never called you by your name. I
Yeah,
was like,
I
all
don't
right.
know what that means though.
I don't know what it is either. But let's go to the AFC again. So you got Jacksonville. That guy is 7-4. I think he might be 7-5 now. And man, if he doesn't make the playoffs, yeah, so he's 7-5 right now. And next week, man, if he doesn't make the playoffs, he is going to be devastated. He's worked very hard to get to the playoffs. I'm rooting for him. He's got Paige, and Paige is playing tough with the Dolphins. Remember, she picked the Dolphins, and everyone's like, "What the heck are you doing?" And her reasoning was she wanted to challenge herself. So, tip my hat to you. And then he's got Starshaw, the Broncos, tough game. He's got Josh, tough game. He's got Pup Daddy. Dude, he could go 8-8 and not make the playoffs. This could be a colossal meltdown. What do you think, JT? Talk to me, kid. What are you doing over there?
I think the schedules are jacked, but if he doesn't make the playoffs, then we'll just have him play. We'll have him play Jim and Pup Daddy back and forth all season next season. Should be able to get to 10-6 with that.
Man. I told you the schedules will be adjusted, but Tier 1, those schedules will stay the same. You will play Tier 1 and Tier 2 teams all day long.
I'd like a little bit more integration with the community, but
There will be because the tiers will be adjusted. Because I have to adjust the tiers based on who's in what conference. I was explaining that to you, and I'm sure you understood me. Because remember, I'm like, what did I say? I have ZZ at Tier 4. And I go, who would I put in Tier 4 instead of him? I think Bowman's better than him. You could switch lines in him, but what's the there's no difference.
Yeah, my thing really
Owen's
is just
ZZ.
I think my thing is just so right now we have 10 out of 16 games are against Tier 1. I just think that's way overkill. Like we're just basically playing the same people every season. I like to mix it up and get a chance to play other people. It's fun to look at your schedule and like see Keller or Owen or somebody a little bit interesting instead of playing the same 7 guys over and over again.
This is the first season. This is the first time I've ever done these schedules, and they will change. You will be playing different people next year. Just have faith. Believe in me as I believe in you. Okay.
No, I love I actually love the tier system in general. I think the original idea for it is brilliant, but I just think it's gotten a little bit too towards the extreme ends of it.
Yeah, you know what I'll do is I'll do it for Jake. I'll do it for Jake only. Well, he'll have the hardest schedule. That guy says that he knows we're talking about. He goes, my week 3 was brutal. 5 of my last 8 games have been against a higher tier and on the road. Well, you know what? Adapt and overcome. That's the COFL motto. You're 7-5. You need 2 wins. That's all you need. 2 wins at 9-7 should get you in the AFC playoffs. In the NFC, you'd probably be like a 12 seed. But in the AFC, that should get you in.
Nobody wants to tell me who the Arizona quarterback is here?
I keep wanting to say Drew Stanton, but it's not.
Owen doesn't even know it?
No.
Is it Drew Stanton?
I don't think so. Well, hey, what college did Drew Stanton go to real quick?
Sam Bradford.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's Bradford, 4-9, 112 yards.
Wow.
I didn't even know that.
So, my prediction for the AFC, I'm just going to say it's going to be Bills, Browns. I'm going to say the Broncos are the 3 seed. No, the Bengals would be the 3 seed. I can't do these predictions right now. That's too much. There's too many. It's gonna be Bills and Bengals in the AFC Championship, and I think the Bills are gonna win. I think Fiddy is gonna be ready for Lay, and he's gonna be prepared for Lay. In the NFC, it's gonna be Jake versus. I think it's gonna be. Jeez, man. I think it's gonna be Jake versus. It's got Jake versus Big Daddy in the NFC Championship, and I think Jake's gonna win. I think it's gonna be Rams versus Bills in the COFL Bowl 12. It'll be the Bills' first COFL Bowl appearance. What do you think, JT? What's your prediction? Just do conference championship and COFL Bowl.
Conference champion. I mean, Fitty has to be in the. If Fitty's not in the conference championship, then he should take a few seasons off. Because look at the
Yeah.
people he's going to be playing in the playoffs. That guy,
Mhm.
Starshaw, Page,
Jesus,
he has to get to the AFC Championship.
dude, look at tier one in the AFC. Jim and Coach P. They're a combined 2-13. You know, I mean, Jim's a replacement from Tejada. How about Tejada? What a letdown.
Never seen anything like
So
it.
now the only tier one teams that worked out were Lay and Fitty, and then you got tier two Booby. Tier two is pretty. I shouldn't be in tier two, but then again, who else are you going to put in tier two besides me? You know, Ricky's not a tier two guy. Josh isn't a tier two guy. I think Josh and I are
Josh
even.
was definitely a tier 2 guy in Madden 18, but he's struggled so far with
Yeah.
Madden 19.
You know, it's New England, in my opinion. And then you got DC's a tier two guy. What's his deal? He was good last year. So that's what I'm saying. These tiers will be. And Obama's 0-7. Obama, man, the rise and fall of Obama. No, we cannot. I mean, it's been a hard fall from grace. Remember how good he was in the beginning?
He was pretty solid. He had a good run when he first came on.
And then
Yeah, so I think it's going to be Fitty versus. There's nobody else. If Lay actually finishes his games and doesn't get replaced, I mean, he's the only other guy I can see in there. So I gotta say Lay versus Fitty. I think Fitty wins that game. I think he played him already and lost, but it was a close game.
he
If I
did.
remember correctly.
Yeah, you know what? Lay kind of handled him. But he ran the same play over and over. And Fitty was just like, I think he had people over. Remember that? You remember that?
Vaguely, yeah.
Like he
I
just wasn't
thought it was a close game, but yeah, I do remember portions of it, and Fitty talking about him running the same 2 plays or something.
The only way I make the playoffs is if I go 9-7, and I don't see that happening.
Then on the NFC side, once again, you have Jake taking on people like ZZ and Lons in the playoffs. It's probably going to come to be Big Daddy versus Jake.
Well, you're gonna have Big Daddy, you're gonna have Jake, and you're gonna have Clemson in the playoffs. That's my opinion. That's what I think.
Clemson is not going to be able to beat Jake. Big Daddy did beat Jake, so I think that'll be a good game. That's your NFC right there, and Jake wins, and then Jake beats 50 in the CFL Bowl.
Jay Miles is a little disappointing. He started off 3-1, and since then he's struggled hard. I thought he'd be better right now, but if you're listening, Jay Miles, I'm not talking smack. I just was hoping you'd be a little better, but you got a lot of season left. Well, you know, before we get to the franchise, I just wanna. I'm excited to have the COFL back. I'm excited to have the intense matchups. You know, the sweaty hands, the grinding of the teeth, all that stuff. You know, I miss it. It was a good little layoff. It's good to be texting and chatting with everybody again. It's fun. JT, it's always good having these podcasts. It's just good to be back. Football's starting. College football starts this Saturday. I mean, God damn, I can't wait. There's some great games too. We got a lot of gambling going on, JT. I hope you're ready. NFL starts in a couple weeks. I'm going to the Bears Seahawks Monday Night Football home opener for the Bears. I can't wait. So I just wanted to say that. You know, I don't want to get too emotional with you guys, but
hey, what happened with your thing that you were in for the betting? last year? Wasn't that some
I'm
kind of
still in
a
it.
contest or whatever? I know, but
Yeah. You want to be in it?
did you win or whatever? Or what do you have
Oh
to?
no, no, no. No, I stayed it hard, man. I had to make a run. Like I was down by a certain amount. I just had to ride or die, and I died. You know when I started dying was when the Maction started. Like
Well, yeah,
when
I
you're when
remember
you're when
later in the season you were betting like 20 games a week.
I know because I had to I don't know because it was those like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday Maction games where before I was just doing like Thursday and Saturday. I got out of hand. I had an issue and
So
it's fixed.
did you bet any games week 0?
Did I bet any games? What?
Week 0 last week Saturday?
No, 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 no. I definitely didn't. I didn't. I had a wiffle ball tournament. I literally drank all day. That's why I didn't because I didn't know. I didn't really even research anything. I didn't even watch any of the games. So I'm gonna start researching tomorrow and check out some lines and go from there. And because Thursday you got Purdue Northwestern. There's some good games Thursday night. We'll talk, JT. We'll talk. You want to do a little franchise?
Yeah.
Jesse?
Look at this.
JT?
He's ahead 10-3. Owen was in a great spot. He somehow blew this game. Anyway, franchise. We got who's the Titans? You still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. Who's the Titans in
Uh,
franchise?
what'd you say?
I said who's the Titans?
The Titans in franchise, I believe, is Renegade Prep.
He's 2-0.
Let
The
me pull
Bill.
up.
I actually don't know hardly any of these teams.
You
Who's
know
the?
what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. It's gonna be easy. We're gonna go by each division.
All right.
Okay. It'll be easier just to kind of talk about who's who and what's what because we got a lot of new guys in franchise.
Yeah, I
I
don't know
think
who
we
any
got
of these
about
guys are.
12. I know. Well, no, Renegade Prep was the 49ers. He came in at the end last year.
Yeah, I
He's an
remember.
SML guy. The Bills. Who's the Bill? Oh, the Bills is DC. He's 2-0. I don't even know if he's played. Oh, yeah, he's played some games. The Jets is Deuce Club. Deuce Club is battling some pneumonia right now, guys. So let's all say a prayer for him. I'm just kidding, but he's 1-1. Deuce Club's a solid player. He'll build his team. Patriots is Owen, and who's the Dolphins? Oh, your boy Cajun's back. How could I forget
That's my guy.
Cajun? That is hilarious.
Has he played yet?
Cajun is back. He did. He played today. He lost 10-7 to Pretty Boy Floyd, who is the Raiders.
Okay.
I don't know how I know all these guys' names, but I do. So that division is going to be. That's a pretty solid division. Cajun, he won't do anything, but Jets, Patriots, and Bills. Those are three good teams. The AFC West, the Broncos. Who's the Broncos? Oh, the Broncos. Let's talk about the Broncos.
Broncos is a brand new guy that applied on the Daddy League's Find a League site, and I believe it's his friend is the
Bears.
Bears. So those are two brand new guys from just the last week.
And let me say something quick about the Broncos player. He's a very good player. He's someone that everyone should keep an eye on because he knows what he's doing, and that's a good thing and a bad thing. I've talked to him, side conversation. He likes to run some money plays, but he's cool. He understands. He knows that that's not what this league is about. But does he love running them? And if you give him an inch on any kind of money, you know what it is? He's like a quiet big daddy, where he'll just kind of run some plays and you'll squint your eye. You'll squint your eyes, being like, "Wait, how did that work? How did that happen?" So I got to stay on him, and JT will stay on him. But he's a great player. The thing is he doesn't need money plays. This is what I'm trying to say is he doesn't need money plays. He doesn't need glitch plays. He's got good user skills no matter what. And I think he's a good addition to the league if he would just kind of just tone it down and be a part of what we're about. JT, what do you got to say?
He's a great passer. I think he could be the best passer in the whole league. I mean, he can pass he doesn't even need to run. He can just pass literally every play. Even if you know he's passing, it's still tough to defend it because he's good at making all the reads and
very good
timing of everything.
You got to get pressure. I don't know how no one's gotten pressure on that horrible Broncos offensive line, but
yeah, you really got to get pressure. No matter what you sit in, he'll find somebody open.
And then you got Kansas City, who's Josh. I think that's a perfect fit for Josh, the Chiefs. That's perfect. That'll be Josh will be good with the Chiefs. The Raiders is Pretty Boy Floyd. He's okay. Chargers is Mind and Mine. He was in the league last year, but then he left. He's not that good. That's going to be the Broncos division for a very long time.
He's from the XLM as well, right?
Yeah, XLM. I keep saying XML. XLM, yeah. You go to the AFC North. We have Pittsburgh. Who's Pittsburgh? Oh, Vafangul. Oh, dude, did you see how he beat me? I had 2 touchdowns that weren't touchdowns. Frustrating. One was a Hail Mary before the half, and I mean, maybe it wasn't a touchdown. Then one, like O.J. Howard caught the ball, took like 3 steps in the end zone, and then he just dropped it.
No, I didn't see
But, yeah, it wasn't really worth watching, but we'll get to my team later. Vafangul 2-1. Who's the Browns? The Browns. Oh, the Browns. You know who the Browns is, JT?
No, I don't. I don't know many of the Frenches. Oh.
BK.
BK, but has he played his games?
No. He's played 1. And it was against Ted.
What happened to him? Where'd he go?
I don't know. He's not going to. He'll be replaced soon. He's just not. I wish he was because he's a good player, and I want competition in this league. But if you don't communicate and you don't actively try to play your games, I got to replace you. I don't want to, but I have to. So I'll give him another week. When I say a week, I mean like week 4. I'll give him another advance, and if I don't hear anything or see anything from him, then I got people dying to get in this franchise. So
when is the next advance?
The next advance will be. We'll do it tonight if you guys want. Tonight or tomorrow morning. I don't know if there's any games that want to be played. The Jaguars guy is messaging me right now. I'm going to put the Titans on auto so he can play them. So I think I can advance after that game, but we'll see. I don't know if there's any games being scheduled tonight, so we'll see. After the podcast, we'll see about that. So, but I'll make an announcement. Is Fitty the Bengals?
Yeah.
Wow, he's 1-2, huh?
Yeah, I think he beat. From what I understood, he beat the Panthers, but then when Clemson, or maybe they quit, and he had to replay it when Clemson took over. But then he lost when he played Clemson.
That's right. That was a great game. Were you reading the comments when? So when Clemson plays, he will analyze the entire game like it's 1996 and he's on a message board. So he'll type every play. He'll say what happened, yada, yada, yada. So the Broncos guy chimes in and says, hey, maybe if you weren't typing so much, you'd be scoring points. And then Clemson's response is, hey, why don't you eat my ass? I thought it was hilarious when he said it. So a lot of you new guys, you just got to get used to the personalities that are in here because there are some personalities, good and bad, bipolar and not bipolar. This season we're pretty much going to be weeding out all the people that aren't committed, all the people that don't want to be a part of what we're about.
Clemson's actually a nice guy, by the way. He was just joking.
Oh, no, Clemson's a great guy.
Just in case anyone wasn't sure how to read him there.
Yeah, no, Clemson's a great guy. Then you got the Ravens. The Ravens are 0-3, and they have had a tough go with things. That's all I got to say about that. AFC South is the Titans, who's Renegade Prep. Colts is Jake, 2-1. Who are the Texans? The Texans is Squirrel. Oh, Jake's going to own this division. We'll see how the Jaguars goes. The Jags is he is the Rams user Spot.
Yeah, he's a new guy, right?
Yeah, it's his buddy.
All right.
He's a good dude. The Rams user. He's probably one of my favorite new guys because he gets what the league's about. He understands what it's about. He goes above and beyond to do cool little things, and I appreciate that. And
The Rams
compared
guy's
to all the
spot, is that what you
lazy
just
people who
said?
complain about half the shit, huh?
Whose spot? Spot's Rams?
Yes.
All right.
So, but we'll see how the Jaguars are. But that's going to be Jake's division for the entire year. So we'll go to the NFC. The Giants is Booby. The Redskins is Major Fiend, who was actually pretty good. He beat Big Daddy. Um, there was no stream of the game. I think Big Daddy was home and he just said, "Hey," he didn't ask the kid to stream. So good job, Big Daddy. Actually, I think he was home. He might not have been home. Let me see here. Real quick, I'm sorry. It was fucking computer. I don't know.
What are you trying to figure out? Giants schedule?
Nah, Redskins, Packers.
Oh, Redskins.
It was
Packers.
it was at Washington. My bad. So I gotta. All right, Major Fiend, if you're listening, you gotta stream if you're home team, kid. Maybe he did. We just can't find it. But
17-7.
anyways,
Huh.
yeah. Hey, we got 11 people watching. Good stuff. Yeah, franchise guys. If you guys got questions, you guys want us to talk about anything. If you have any questions about how the league works, ask. But we got 11 people watching. All right. All right. Let's go back to. Yeah. So we'll advance tonight because there's only. I thought Chicago and Arizona played. I saw the stream up. Buffalo and Minnesota. That'll be a coach piece. We'll see. And then the Jets and Cleveland. There's always like 4 games left, so I'll just sim them. Or we'll advance tonight. So, anyways, ADD's kicking in. So the Eagles. Who's ADD? The Eagles.
I have
Who
no
are
idea.
the Eagles? Who are the Eagles? Oh, Jay Tut. Jay Tut. I lost to his garbage ass. No offense, Jay. No offense, Jay Tut, but you're not that good. So don't think by beating me you're good because you're not. Because all you did was run streaks against a 72 overall rated team and your 94 overall rated Eagles. Oh, I was pissed at that game. 91. That's gonna be a good division right there. Booby, Major Fiend, King Tut, and Dallas is Sheed. Sheed just comes and goes as he wants. He just comes and goes. He's like an ex-girlfriend who just keeps coming back for more. Then you got the NFC West. You got Spot, 3-0. He's a good player. He hasn't played anybody good yet, so don't look at that 3-0 and think he's actually pretty good. He's a solid player. I've watched him play. He's solid. He's smart. I want to see him go against one of the big boys and see how good he is. So that is a challenge, Spot. If you're listening, I'm pretty much calling you out, but I do like you, so it's not a negative thing. The Cardinals. Who are the Cardinals? Oh, the Cardinals are Jer Bear. I know nothing about this guy. 49ers are. Who are the 49ers?
I know none of these teams at all.
I don't know who the 49ers are.
I can start typing it in, see what comes up. Men of Kings?
Men of Kings. He was in the franchise a lot last year. He's or for a few, I think like 3 of the seasons or something. But he's kind of quiet. I don't think he's that good. He's okay. And then Seattle, JT. Oh, JT and Spot in the same division. That's good. I like that. Those would be fun games to watch them. JT, you're 1-2.
Yeah, I played both the new guys. They're both really good.
You play, yeah.
Who'd you say the Cardinals was? I wasn't paying attention.
Jer Bear, Jarebda.
Jer Bear. What is he from?
He just signed up randomly, I think.
Off of Daddy Leagues?
I think so, or maybe he just went off the website because I get him from
Okay.
both. You know, we're such a popular league, we get him from both. So
Jer Bear. I don't remember him.
yeah, I haven't seen him play. So that's going to be a good division. It's pretty much going to be Rams Seahawks. Those two teams are going to own that division. NFC North, you got the Lions, who is Jay Tut's buddy. I like this kid. He's active. He's telling me who's streaming and who's not streaming. I appreciate a snitch. I'm all about snitching in the COFL. You can snitch all you want. I like him, though. He's a good active player. I haven't seen him play, though, so I don't know if he's good or not. Then you got Minnesota. Who is Minnesota? Minnesota is – who's Minnesota? Who is Minnesota? Oh, Coach P, Southern Cal. You got the Bears, who's the new guy. And then that's a good division. Then you got Green Bay as Big Daddy. So you got Big Daddy, Coach P, the new guy who's the Bears, who's good. And then you got the new Lions guy. That's a good division. And then the NFC South. NFC South is going to be a good, fun, exciting division. So I hope all of you are ready.
What is the COFL map? We got a YouTube question here. COFL map?
Where do you see that?
That guy in the YouTube chat.
Oh, he wants to know where everyone's from. He wants, you know what he wants? And he wants a map of, this is what he wants. He wants a map of the United States with little like dots of where everyone is from. You know, you don't have to put names, or just like dots of like, me, I'm in Chicago.
Just the U.S. We have to kick out JMCC.
That's true. We don't have any Canadians, do we? Could you name the only Canadian in COFL history?
It'd be it starts with an R, and I can't. It's not coming to me right now, but something close to Rambo or something like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's two then. It was Robo. Remember Robo? And then there was Jack the Ripper was in Canada.
Really?
Remember him? Yeah.
That was he in the NCAA league, or did he just come on for the Madden league? Only thing I remember about him was that him and Teb got in a big spat season 1 of the Madden league, I believe it was.
Oh God, that was. I don't know. Season 1 of the COFL was a lot of fun actually, but there were some growing pains. So Spider Trex, that's who the Lions is. The guy typing on YouTube.
Spider Trex?
Yeah, Spider Trex OG.
Oh, that's the guy that said I have no life?
Yeah.
Oh. By the way, disclaimer, I didn't mean to imply that that was a bad thing. If you got time to play Madden and look up that stuff.
Oh no, that's definitely not a bad thing.
I mean, I know all the stuff too. But I was just saying, some of these people got like 4 kids and work for the CIA and shit. They don't have a lot of time for Madden.
No, one day we will. Let's get to the NFC South, because that division is going to be fireworks beyond fireworks.
By the way, is the Spider Text guy? Is he yeah. Well, I keep reading over this YouTube stuff. I don't want to forget about it.
Go on. No, you're good. Go ahead.
Does he know Jay Tut, or is he a referral of Jay Tut?
Yeah, he's a referral of Jay Tut. They both live in Michigan.
Gotcha. All right, go ahead.
Sorry. So the NFC South is going to be a very exciting division. You have Alistair, who's the Saints. Alistair's a very good player. I'm going to give him credit because we've come at him kind of hard, and he's stuck around. So I'll give him credit. Then you got Clemson, you got D-Rob as the Falcons. Then you got Clemson as the Panthers, and you got me as the Bucks. There's going to be some good games. There's going to be some good fun. It's going to be good fun fireworks.
So who do you like in that division? You like Panthers or the Saints?
Panthers. Clemson is he's one of the next season in the traditional league, he's tier 1. Like, he's guaranteed tier 1. He's one of the better players. The fact that he hasn't won a COFL Bowl is he's gonna win a COFL Bowl. He has to. I think he's a very good player.
Well, he should have played in COFL Bowl too, but he made a horrific mistake in the AFC Championship game.
Was that Texans Chiefs?
Yes.
You versus him?
He had the lead and the ball late in the fourth
No,
quarter.
no, that was season 3.
Yeah, you're right.
Because
You're
you
right.
were the
Yep,
Chiefs season 3.
season 3 AFC Championship game, one of the best games ever. But he
It
also made
was.
one of the worst mistakes ever.
That's funny.
Anyway, we can't dwell on that for too long if he's listening.
For the guys in the franchise, you keep hearing us go back and we talk about the traditional league. Sorry, Coach P. I got to answer this question to Coach P. Coach P wants to know any word on DC. No, I'm going to put him on sim or on auto. Play the CPU. Anyways, we have 2 leagues. We have the franchise, which all you guys are in. It is what it is. It's self-explanatory. We have the traditional league. The traditional league's not for everybody, and that's fine. It should be because it's awesome. But it's our bread and butter. It's what the COFL stands for. It's what the COFL is all about. When I say stands for, I don't mean the initials. The acronym COFL doesn't stand for it, but it's regular rosters. I create a 16-game schedule. We have a playoffs at the end, and we redraft teams. It's a lot of fun. It's very, very competitive. I like having the 2 different leagues where the franchise is on. What are the 2 styles? There's competitive and there's
sim.
Yeah. So franchise is on sim, and then traditional is on competitive, which is it's basically user skill. So yeah, that's the difference. But and we're always looking for guys.
The younger people probably don't know this, but back in the day, there was no online franchise, no online dynasty. The only online mode was basically play one game, exhibition game, ranked game, whatever. So back in the day, people set up leagues by themselves, right? Just playing random games or just playing against their friends, but then they track it on a site called League Daddy, not to be confused with Daddy Leagues. And there you'd enter in all your stats and that would keep track of your standings. So that's what the traditional league is, carried over from that old style of doing it.
And so the traditional league, it was created in 2004. JT, do you remember when you came into it?
2009-ish, I think.
2009-ish. So 2009.
VTech was in a league that I think that I ran for a little while, and he told me about it.
Yeah, I know. I could have swore that I got you off of Operation Sports, but I'm wrong because you would remember. I think there's probably like the original, not original members, but guys from back in that day are me, you, Fitty, Coach P, DB, but DB's not in the season right now. Was Clemson in there? Yeah, Clemson was college football. Who else? Is that it?
Was Clemson there a long time ago, or was he just there kind of towards the end of it?
I think he was there maybe towards the end. I don't know.
I don't really remember him from 2009 to 12-ish. That was kind of the heyday.
Yeah. Probably right. But with this Madden, we're building a new tradition, a great tradition. The COFL is going to blow up, guys, and it's going to be fun. And I'm glad you guys are a part of it. We do have a tournament coming up in October against the XLM. I hope you guys are ready. Because I'm going to let you know we are coming for you. We're not going to talk shit, all right? We're not going to talk. We're just going to play. But I just want to let you know that we are coming. And I hope you're ready because you better have more than 3 plays prepared. And then we have Did you see what Mark the spots? Yeah, you looking at the YouTube chat?
I can be.
Yeah,
Mark the Spot. Shout out to Frat Life chose me. Who is that?
that's the Rams user.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Remember Frat Boy?
Yeah, I remember him. I didn't know who. I didn't realize Mark the Spot was Spot the Rams coach.
I don't know where I was, but I missed all of that.
Well, good for you.
And like I came, I came back and I was like, what the hell happened? I don't even want to talk about that because that was. I mean, that's how we start the franchise. That's how we start the year with something like that. I'm kind of glad that happened because that kind of woke me up. It woke everyone up to be like, okay, we got to be on our game. But yeah, and then I'm scheduled another tournament against that MFR podcast. I'm actually going to call into their podcast. It's on September 5th. I'm going to talk to those guys. So that'd be pretty cool. So get ready, boys.
So that league that league, the podcast is for that league, or the podcast is just general podcast for a bunch of different leagues.
It's a general podcast. It's a general. What they did is they just talk about Madden. It's almost like they want to be. This is what I get from it. They want to be a hub for all franchises. You know what I mean? They want to promote all CFMs and they want to promote the sim style of play. I think they do a great job.
But
like
this league that you set up,
it's a franchise.
No franchise. Okay.
Yeah. Booby, who's the Browns in our traditional league, and he's the Giants in our franchise. He's actually in that league.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, we'll have a couple tournaments lined up and a couple tournaments against other leagues lined up. We'll only do tournaments against leagues where we like know the people and we know that they're actually good guys and they're not douchebags. So I won't lead you guys down a road to failure, which I know sometimes you guys think I will or I do, but I'm trying not to. So JT, you gonna play anyone after this or no?
I may play Clemson if he's still awake. I'm not sure. He may be done for the night.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. Fitty, are you around? I'd see if you want to play. I might play Lay after this too. Is there anything else that you want to talk about, JT?
What are your predictions for the franchise? Who do you have in the Super Bowl?
Wow, that's a great question. I have in the AFC, I have the Broncos, and in the NFC, I have. In the NFC, I'm going with. Wow, it's tough. NFC is wide open. I'm going with Big Daddy and the Packers. I think he's got the team to do it, and he's got the user skill to do it.
that's what I was thinking too. I was thinking Packers Broncos. Rams, I don't really know a whole lot about him because I don't think I've ever watched a game. But you think he's got a chance?
Ooh.
Spot Rams.
I want to see him play you. Once I see him play you, I'll know if he's legit. If you look and see who he's played, like he's literally played nobody. No, I mean, like I say, no offense. I think every team he's played. I think played the Chargers 0-3, the Cardinals 1-1, and the Raiders 1-2. Average to below average coaches.
That's mean.
So yeah, I know. I'm an average. I'm like above average coach. I think. I think I am. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get a game in. But yeah, so we're both in agreement. Broncos, Packers, Super Bowl.
Yep.
Super Bowl 5, man, dude.
What do we get? Oh, wait, did we do 4? We finished 4 seasons before?
We finished 4. It was year 1.
Big Daddy won the first one, right?
Yeah. Fitty won the second.
I won the third.
Jake,
to my knowledge,
didn't
never
Jake
won
win the
one.
third?
I won the third. I beat Jake. That was the last game I played of Madden. And I thought that the 4th season never finished, is what I heard.
No, the 5th season didn't finish.
So we
got it right here. I got it. Give me 1 second. It's not. This is why we stream everything, boys. Okay. If you guys wonder why we stream everything, it's for a lot of things. A lot of it's for history. We want to keep track of everything. We love the COFL. COFL is all about history. And another thing is we want to see, what type of plays people are running, and if people are doing cheesy stuff and stuff like that. Where's Super Bowl? Super Bowl, where you at? Super Bowls. Oh, maybe we only did 3 seasons. You're right, JT. I'm sorry. Jesus, so this is season 4. You sure?
I'm not sure of anything, but I think I don't remember any Super Bowls after the one that Jake and I played.
Well,
Unless
hold
there was
on.
one
So
way before, like I even joined, because I joined after I didn't join right away. I don't know if there was
so hold
one
on.
like before that.
I'm looking at it now. Ready? I got Super Bowl 1, Tennessee versus Green Bay. You versus Big Daddy. Big Daddy won. Super Bowl 2, Minnesota versus Cincinnati. That's Jake versus Fitty. Fitty won.
Yep.
Super Bowl 3, I have Green Bay versus Tennessee.
It's me
Big Daddy versus
Jake.
you again.
No, me versus Jake.
No.
No, wait.
No,
what?
Green Bay. Yeah. You played Big Daddy in the third one.
Are you serious? I don't remember that.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute. Are you sure that's not the
Hold
first one?
Let me make sure.
I gotta look at this.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. You won. You smoked them. You won like 28-10.
What?
Yeah. The COFL is a grind, folks. It is an absolute grind. You mix in work with that?
That's crazy. I don't.
So,
I guess
yeah,
that
so
shows
Fitty,
you how much the franchise is memorable to me.
so Fitty and Jake played in Super Bowl 4, and Fitty won 2 COFL Bowls.
Do you have this in a playlist or something? How do I find this?
Yeah, it's in a playlist. But Jake just said I lost 3 franchise bowls. He goes 2 to Fitty and 1 to JT.
That's not
So
true.
maybe you guys.
That's not true. They did not play 2. They played 1.
Oh my God!
He's
I don't know
thinking of
what's
something
going on.
else.
I know there's a season 4 in franchise.
So how do I show me where this thing of me and Big Daddy playing and me beating him in the Super Bowl? How do I find that?
Hold on. I'm going to paste
Is Big Daddy listening? Oh,
maybe.
yeah. I do remember this. He just jogged my memory. He played with Brent Hundley.
Yep.
I remember that. So I won 2 then, right?
No, you won 1.
Yeah, I beat Jake the last one.
You did. So that was COFL both. I just never added that to the playlist. COFL franchise. Let me just find it. Franchise season 2 live streams. Franchise season 4 live streams. So there was a season 4.
Okay.
My
yeah,
bad.
so that's right. So I did play Big Daddy in 1 and then Jake in 1.
Yeah. Yep, I got it here. I just never added it. All right, I got to add that. Oh, man. That was a good podcast, man. We talked for an hour and 20 minutes. Oh, franchise guys, we're not done yet. At the end of the season, we do a live draft. So, yeah, and then we'll have to figure out what time we do that. The weekend is usually the best.
We got the real college players if you guys didn't see that yet.
Has anyone noticed that? Yeah, thank you for doing that too. That's really cool. I appreciate that.
Yep, no problem. I picked one of the good ones, but I tried to pick one like in the middle so that you can't guess it that easily.
Hey, question for you. So I'm playing Lay here in about 15 minutes. What do you suggest? Anything?
To beat Lay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple things for you. I can't say it right here, then he'll change his strategy.
He's not listening.
Well, the thing that Jake said is cover 3 hard flats.
Oh, that's right. Let me write this down.
And
that's right. Damn, so Jake and Clemson had a little back and forth, man. They're going at it. Clemson was heated. I'm reading it now. I'm reading it now. All right, I'll ask Jake, and Jake will tell me. I don't want you to reveal your secrets. Big Daddy, what's Big Daddy saying on here? Yeah, he played with Huntley. Rogers was hurt. That's right. Yeah, the franchise is cool. The franchise is fun, but the intensity and it just doesn't compare to the traditional league as far as the matchups and the games and all that stuff. But still a good time. But I'm signing off. I got to start focusing, and that's it. You got anything else, JT?
That's it. Good luck.
Thanks. All right, guys. We'll see you next week or whenever.
All right. I'll see you.
I'm out.